Mollie.
I'm Brianna.
I'm Chloe.
And this is Living Life
in Between.
Today we are going to be talking all about mental health, surviving finals, wrapping up your semester, and finishing strong. So, are you guys pumped to be done with this semester?
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
I always feel like I hit that peak where I am enjoying my classes. It's like you've survived midterms and things are going good, and it's like you hit a slump before finals.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it goes crazy right till the end. And so right now I feel like I'm kind of in that lull where it's like things are calming down, but I know it's coming. So super important topic to be talking about today. But first, we all have our crazy stories from the day or past few days. And I think Chloe's going to go first. Go ahead.
Okay, today I was having a breakfast sandwich and it was so good. It was like,
what was on it?
It was like a cheddar bagel, and it had egg, cheese, and bacon. It was amazing, and I was eating it, and I was around all my friends. Somebody did something that just made me laugh so hard, and I inhaled this bacon, and it got stuck in my throat, and I was literally choking.
Oh my gosh. A near-death experience.
Yeah, I had a near-death experience. I ended up coughing it out, and I was fine, and everybody was laughing at me.
Oh no.
But it was so funny. And then so my voice is completely gone from that. So my tip to you is make sure people around you know how to do the Heimlich maneuver, because that could have been so bad.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's always so scary. So I was a lifeguard, so I know CPR and first aid, and so we learn Heimlich and stuff. And it's always so crazy because the first thing you're supposed to do is just let them work it out themselves.
Yeah.
But it's so hard. Well, yeah, because when you do that, it kind of hurts the person. So normally people can just cough and they're fine. But it's always scary because you can never tell if someone's coughing and they're chilling, or you're are you okay? For real? That's so crazy. What about you, Bri?
So this isn't crazy. It's just a fun story of today. So I have my entrepreneurship class. We have to make, a prototype today in class. So my teacher, she lives in Chattanooga, and they're basically trying to make it a national park city. So it's going to be the first one in the United States. So she is a part of the committee or whatever. They chose 16 residents to be a part of the committee.
Wow.
And she was she wants us to make prototypes of things that they can have to make it more like a park in a city at the same time. So our idea, it was pretty funny. It's called the Pooper Trooper. And basically, you know how some dogs, they just poop and the owners don't clean it up? So we're going to have a robotic dog that will, it's kind of like the little circle robots that
the
clean your
Roombas?
room.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's going to be for parks, and we'll have fleets and different dog types. So you can have a poodle, and it'll have a claw coming out of the stomach to pick up poop. And then it's going to use it for compost for the gardens and stuff like that. So
that's so crazy.
That's cool.
That sounds like fun. You have to send us the proofs. I'm curious.
Oh, I have a picture.
Really?
Yeah, we had to present it, and then we had to build a prototype. We used Legos.
Wait, that's so cute.
It was fun. Yeah.
You have to post a picture of the story. Just be if you know, you know.
I will.
If you know, you know.
I'll post it right after this.
Okay, but I would say mine. So I'm house sitting and dog sitting this week, which has been such an adventure. But one of the dogs, his name is Randall, which is actually so funny. And he's a really big puppy, but it's scary because he'll jump up and be touching my shoulders. And I'm oh my gosh. But he learned how to jump over the fence in the backyard. And so I get a text from the lady, and she's like, "Hey, the Ring doorbell out front just picked up our dog in the camera." And I was like, "What?" And so then I the rest of the day was trying to keep him from jumping over the fence. So now it's every time he goes outside, he has to have his leash, and it's so pitiful because he likes to run and play and jump. Yeah. And so he'll be dragging me around the yard, and I'm I can't do this. I don't have the stamina. But he'll just look back and be so sad. And I'm sorry, man, you have to go to leash jail now because you keep jumping over the fence. So tough. All right, let's jump right into our topic for the day. We're going to talk mental health and surviving finals. So the first question I have for you guys is what's a story or an experience you can share that was the worst final or worst finals season experience that you have?
I don't know.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I don't think I ever had to take a final.
Really? A final test?
No. Most of mine are if you have an A, you can exempt it, or it's just a project or a paper, but not ever a test.
Yeah. I remember the only test really that I took that was nightmarish was for environmental science, which is like, it was just a gen ed class, but this guy made it so difficult for no reason, which is always the worst. I'm like, no one's here trying to be a scientist, man. We're all just trying to get our gen ed credit and get out of here. But it was like, I think it was like 120 20 questions.
That's insane.
It was ridiculous. And he's like, there's going to be like 20 questions from each of the tests, and all the tests were huge. And it was just like, studying for it was a nightmare. So
that's crazy. I had one professor who did like the AP class style tests. So it had like the little book pamphlet and like the written like responses. And it was like a gen ed psychology class. So it was already like more difficult than it needed to be. That one was so hard. But the thing is on our like scheduled test day, everybody showed up to the class and he didn't show up.
Wow.
So he didn't come. We were all just like waiting. We waited like 30 minutes and he just like never showed up. And it's just like, oh, sorry guys, like just come next week or something.
What?
And we're all just like, what the heck?
During finals?
Yeah. It's just like,
I said, no
to do
thank
it.
you. I'm done for this semester.
Literally, yeah.
That's crazy. Maybe he got arrested or something.
Maybe. Because it was so weird. Because like, he never missed a single class until then.
That's so weird.
Was it scheduled at a different time? Like not during class?
Yeah, it was a different time.
Yeah, he probably just forgot.
Yeah, exactly. But
I like don't understand why they do that.
I don't know either.
It doesn't make sense. I'm like, couldn't we just keep our class time?
it makes it so complicated for no reason.
Yeah.
I guess the point is that they don't want you to take 2 finals in one day, which is why
I think
they
people
split it
do
up.
take.
But people still do.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. So I will say the further along in college I've gotten, the easier final season has been. Like, and this is kind of like goes into the next question, which is, do you prefer a final exam or a final project?
I prefer a final project, but I wish they would have more like individual projects that you can do and not have all projects be group projects.
Amen.
I agree. Yeah. Because having like 4 group projects at the same time
That's a lot.
is like so much work. Like even just like scheduling meetings and things, it's just so much time.
Yeah.
I'd say I'll take a project over a test any day. I'm like so bad at taking tests, not because I'm like bad at studying or I don't study, but it's just like the second I sit down, I'm like, my brain cannot comprehend multiple choice. I can do essays, I can do like whatever, but so I definitely prefer a project, but I'm with you. Like, and professors are like, oh, well, in the real world, you'll have to do group projects. I'm like, yeah, but we'll also all be working at the same time, at the same place together, unless you have a remote job like that, which is different. But I'm like, doing a group project in college is like if you worked 6 different places all at once and everyone had different schedules.
And also you will have tasks that you do on your own. So I feel like it's important, like at least for idea generation, to know how to do that on your own and not in a group setting.
Yep. I know, group projects are something else.
Yeah.
Such a gamble. And every once in a while you'll get a good team and it'll be lots of fun. So
I mean, for the most part, I've had good teams.
Yeah.
It's just hard when you have so many teams at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard because then it's like you're coordinating with so many people. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you get to the end of the semester, I know that I start to feel burnout. What about you guys?
For sure.
You're just like crawling to the finish line. So what are some ways that you fight burnout and like push through, make that final push to the end?
So recently, I've been trying to get ahead of my projects at least do a little bit of everything at once so I don't save it all until the end. But it's just with having so many classes that I have this semester, it's only so much I can do.
Right.
But I think making sure you don't procrastinate, especially this time of year, is crucial.
This is not the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've been burned out this entire semester.
Yeah.
Like senioritis, like insane. But I think like having something to like look forward to, like after you graduate or after your classes are done, or like having something at the end of the week, like makes me like push to get things done faster.
True.
Yeah, like giving yourself incentives.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm with you on that. I feel so burned out. I'm like, I just want to be done with school so badly. Because I think the closer you get to the end, it's like the more non-school stuff you do.
Yeah.
So then it's like you have to go back to school and sit in class. And
Yeah.
like, please, I don't want to do this anymore. So honestly, just the finish line of like, okay, I'm almost done with this semester, which means I'm almost done with school, you know? So it's like, at least you're getting closer and working towards that goal. But I would say like working ahead helps a lot. And then also giving yourself like incentives where it's like, hey, like if I finish all this today, then I have all of tomorrow to hang out and do nothing, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of being like, oh, I'm going to spend 4 hours writing this discussion board post, you know, just because I'm procrastinating.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man.
The issue
It's
I have
tough.
now is like now I have to kind of look for jobs for what I'm gonna do after I graduate, and I get so hyper fixated on it, and then I just waste a lot of my time that I should be spending on my projects because that's like gonna be due sooner than the jobs. But I'm like, a job is also important, so it's just kind of hard to juggle that, especially as a senior.
Yeah. It's like you don't want to wait till the last minute to do that stuff either.
Yeah.
So what are some tips you have to retaining your sanity?
I mean, like you said, the incentives. I love to get a treat.
There you go.
I guess going to more events on campus too, because they do have a lot of fun ones coming up, especially at the end of the year. And trying to make room for friends again, especially because you know you're going to be able to hang out more in the summer too.
Right.
So that's exciting.
Yeah. What do you think?
I definitely agree with the treat thing. Like, I won't do anything unless there's like a treat at the end.
Absolutely. Whatever the treat may be.
What's your favorite treat?
I can't even like choose one. Like I'll walk to I live really close to a gas station.
Yeah.
So I'll like walk to the gas station and just like get something, get some candy, get some like Reese's Pieces or something. Yeah, or like coffee. I'm just like, I will do my work if I have like a coffee next to me.
Yeah. What's your treat?
So I have a few. I would say like sometimes in my house right now we're currently rediscovering childhood snacks. So recently Goldfish have been hitting so good. But we also like I grew up in an ingredient household, so just going down and getting a handful of semi-sweet chocolate chips. I'm just like, they're so good. They're so good. Just think of them as like mini Hershey's Kisses. There you go.
Yeah. Not as sweet,
yeah,
but
girl.
healthier.
No, I love dark chocolate. That's me.
I hate dark chocolate.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you feel about dark chocolate?
I'm like in between.
It's definitely come with
bitter.
age.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of love it now, though. Like, now when I eat full milk chocolate, I'm just like, ugh, it's too sweet.
It is really sweet.
It is.
I agree.
Yeah.
But like full on dark chocolate is too much.
I mean, I don't do, like, so, I mean,
Are there different percentages?
yeah, I'm a Ghirardelli girl, so, but I'll go as high as, like, 90%. And it's good.
Oh my
I like the
gosh.
60s. Yeah, anywhere in there. But semi-sweet's good, because that's about, like,
A midpoint.
they say it's mid, but it's really about, like, 70%. So, they're good. Or I'll make cookies, and I love cookie dough.
Yeah.
I'll eat it raw.
Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite.
Same.
Ice cream. I feel like when I'm going for a treat, it needs to be sweet. I'm not usually a salty, savory.
Me neither.
Every once in a while, I'll do something like apples and peanut butter. But then I'm like, it just doesn't hit the same.
It doesn't.
just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah.
I'll try to like make a good choice for my body, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
no thanks. What about you?
I love slushies. So
Yeah.
if I go to a gas station, like a Coke slushie, it's so good. Or I like to get boba or ice cream. I love ice cream. Anything like cold and sweet are my favorite.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good. So good. I'm going to have to go get a treat after this.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about it.
I'm
now.
thinking about it
I'm
too.
thinking about it. I'm going to post our sweet treats we got.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's shifting more to like when you're struggling anytime throughout the semester, just with like your mental health and kind of like feeling like you're holding it all together, because it can be difficult sometimes. Things can kind of get out of hand, or you can just feel like you're kind of getting behind. What do you do, or like where do you go, or who do you talk to when you find that you're struggling?
So I'm definitely a ranter. First thing I do is talk to my boyfriend about it.
There you go.
And then after I say, I'm sorry. But it makes me feel so
It's
much
like
better.
therapy. Yes.
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I'll talk to him. I'll call my mom. I'll call one of my sisters. I'll call my best friend. And I'm like, you just would not believe. You would not believe, you know?
Yeah, it depends on the level. Like, if it's something really, really stressful, I'm calling everybody.
Exactly.
But if it's just like a daily thing, something that just happens or something I'm feeling in the moment, then my boyfriend's my go-to.
Yeah. You know, I get it. Like, I'll be talking, like, with Luke, and he's like, oh, that stuff. He's like, well, why don't you? And I'm like, shh.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just need to whine for a little bit. Can you let me whine about it? Like, I understand what needs to happen. I know what I need to do. But right now, you just need to, I'm so sorry. Oh, that is the worst.
Yeah.
Maybe you can offer to get me a treat.
For sure.
Treats fix everything.
Hopefully, y'all are watching this right now.
Yeah.
There you go. And it might be a little treat time. We should send them this clip.
Yeah.
Group chat. I feel like that last conversation could also have been had between like 3 puppies. They're like, just if you give me a treat, everything will be fine.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll stop whining.
Yeah.
There you go. That's so iconic. Yeah. But I feel like just talking with friends, reaching out, family too. And then I usually just try to start a project and finish it. Because I feel like right now I'm feeling it, like this afternoon, it was like I was jumping from tab to tab to tab, doing different stuff. Like for me, it is so much better to start one project and finish it, and then start another project and finish it. But that's not always the reality. But doing what you can to like finish open projects so that you're like done.
Yeah, I totally relate.
The gratification of that.
Yeah, the serotonin hit of closing a tab. I'm like, I'm done.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm done. I always feel like my mom would always joke, and she's like, you can tell how I'm doing mentally by how many tabs I have open.
If you open my computer right now, so
many. They're so small you can't even see what they are anymore.
Yeah.
I have 2 windows open.
Yeah, I can't have small tabs.
Yeah, it's so brutal.
Yeah.
All right, so what are ways that you can help your friends around you prepare for and survive final season? Or maybe like what are ways that you can recognize that your friends might be struggling or...
I mean, usually when my friends are struggling, we just keep to ourselves more and don't go out as often just because we're so focused on trying to get everything done. Yeah. So I guess maybe I'll first try to see how much work they have. Yeah. And maybe I can be like, well, once you finish this, maybe we can go out and get some ice cream or something.
There you go. Run to Dunkin', go do something.
I love that though. Like, if your friend is just like, oh, I have to work on a project or something, like, you should respect that and be like, yeah, you should work on that project. And I'll be like, oh, you should come out and do stuff. Because I've been around, like, those kind of people, and it's just like, yeah, maybe I will go out. And then I regret it immediately. Yeah. So
I feel like it's hard. I feel like you have to know your friend and know yourself. Yeah. Because there's times, like, I have friends that I have to bully, and I'm like, we're gonna come over to my house, and I'm gonna sit here and watch you write that paper. I'm like, you're done. It's focus time. And then there's also times when I'm like, hey, I'm picking you up, and we're gonna go get ice cream. You know, I'm like, you need 10 minutes. And they're like, oh, but I have to do, and I'm like, it'll be okay. You need 20 minutes for yourself, you know, to step away from it. So, I'm ready for final season, ready to wrap it up, ready to be done. Yeah. I like that break. I'm taking summer classes, but that break in between is going to be...
That month
is going to be so good. So then, I guess moving on, what are your plans for the summer? And, like, moving forward, anything fun?
For Mother's Day, I hope my mom isn't watching this because it's a surprise. But me and my sisters, we plan us to have, like, a weekend at a winery. So I think that would be fun. And... also, my friend, her birthday is over the summer, so we're going to PCB. There you go. That'll be fun. And I have classes too, but just
what are you taking?
Applied statistics.
Is it
Heard
online?
It's a really hard class. Yeah, it's online, but I have to take it over the summer because it's a prerequisite for my fall class.
What are you, Chloe?
I am working a lot. Possibly interning, I'm not sure yet, but hopefully. I don't know if this counts as summer, but in like 2 weeks I'm gonna try, maybe, possibly entering a skateboarding competition.
You should do it. You should do it.
But I'm like, I'm like kind of like, I don't know, I gotta like train, but just an easy summer.
Oh, the lights. There we go. Gotta make sure it knows we're here. There we go.
We were like too still for too long.
I know.
It's in Noonan. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a cool park.
Have you
You
ever
should
done
do
competitions before?
No, but I feel like it would be terrible because it's all girls and
Oh.
yeah. So it'll be like
So
people
it'd be
betting.
fun
That's
too.
cool.
Probably.
Yeah.
Fun atmosphere. I'd say for me, I'm going to be taking summer classes. I've one online, and I'm hoping to get into another one because I like have to have it to graduate, but they won't let me take it because it's full. And,
Is
like,
it just one?
Well, yeah. My whole major's so messed up in TCOM where they're like, you need to take all these classes to graduate, but we only offer 2 of them. Sorry. So like even this one I'm trying to get in, like I'm supposed to take technical editing, and this one's professional editing, and I'm trying to substitute, but they would like even the substitute classes are full, and so I'm like,
Oh,
someone's got to fix this. So y'all pray for me. Pray that I'll get into that class because I'm not trying to hang around for another 2 semesters. So yeah. So hopefully I'll get into those 2. Those will both be online though, and then I'll be working a lot, and yeah. I guess planning a wedding. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't think we announced it on the podcast.
I did not.
yet.
I got engaged last Sunday, so that was really exciting. And we've been together like for a long time, so we're hoping to get married at the end of the summer.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my God,
like
that's so
August.
exciting.
So
It's gonna be a lot of planning.
I know, but like we're planning on keeping it super simple.
Okay.
Tomorrow we're actually going to go tour like 3 or 4 venues. So
that's so exciting.
I'm excited. I was a little
gosh.
worried at first because I was like, everything's going to be booked up. But what I'm actually finding is they're like, actually, like we still have a few dates open for the summer and we'll give you a discount because we're trying to get them filled. And so I'm like, oh, well,
That's good.
if you do say so, I'll take them. So that's exciting. But that's probably going to be like my whole summer. And I still have work. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be busy.
busy.
It'll be
That's
so fun.
Yeah,
Though.
well,
That's
yeah.
exciting.
Is it gonna be big or like a
Small, yeah.
Okay.
He and I are both very like laid back. Like,
Yeah.
I could not justify like a $60,000 wedding.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like he and I are like, let's just get a house instead, you know?
That is
like,
smarter.
Yeah, so we're trying to keep it like very low cost, but still, because you don't need like a ton of money to make it special. So
Yeah. You don't.
plus, it's like I do like wedding photography and videography, and so I've been to like so many weddings, and I feel like the bigger and more extravagant they are, the less happy the bride and groom are.
Yeah.
Because like you're following them around all day and capturing it, and they always seem like so miserable and anxious and stressed all day. But then I went to this one that was like total backyard wedding, so chill, so laid back, and like they were so happy. And so I was like, you know what? I think it really is just like half the people there.
Yeah.
So
That's so sweet.
That's what I would do.
My roommate, she's a wedding photographer, and she's so good. If you haven't found a photographer yet.
yeah.
Plug.
So there you go, right there.
If you need anyone to DIY anything,
Yes. No.
I'm
Yeah,
your girl.
crochet a wedding
Line.
dress.
not even just crochet. Like I do a little bit of everything.
I know. I
Yeah.
want to. I know. I'm so excited, like, to totally pull it together. But
Yeah.
it's kind of hard because I've been trying to think about what all I want to do. But you really have to find out like the venue first. Because I feel like
True.
once you pick the venue, then the rest of it can be decided. But it's like it's hard to plan anything else.
Yeah.
Without
Besides like
knowing where.
colors,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be so good. I don't know. What else?
I think that's pretty much
I think we're
it.
good.
Yeah.
Wow. We were all a little sentimental before we started. I think this is going to be our last podcast episode. We'll still have our live events, but this has been so sweet and so fun. We hope that you guys have enjoyed the ride.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much. I guess for the last time, maybe, this has been Living Life in Between. Bye, guys.
Bye.